Hello friends, welcome to my cricket dreams. In this video, I plan to say today's cricket news. Here we can look at the top 6 highest partnerships by an Indian pair in the Indian Premier League. The Indian Premier League IPL is the most followed T20 franchise tournament in the world. Partnerships are the building blocks of a substantial team total in any form of the game, and it is much the same in the IPL as well. Virat Kohli and AB de Villiers hold the record for the highest partnership in the history of IPL. The duo put together 229 runs for the second wicket for the Royal Challengers Bangalore (RCB) against the Gujarat Lions in the IPL 2016. Now, without any further ado, let us look at the top 6 highest partnerships by an Indian pair in the history of IPL. Number 1. Parthiv Patel and Ambati Rayudu, 137 runs. Parthiv Patel and Ambati Rayudu hold the 5th spot in the list of the highest partnerships by an Indian pair in the IPL. The duo strung together a 137 runs partnership for the second wicket for Mumbai Indians semi against the Kings level Punjab KXIP in the IPL 2016. David Miller, the Kings level Punjab captain, won the toss and opted to field first at their home ground. In the 9th season of the IPL, the visiting team got off to a disastrous start, losing their captain Rohit Sharma of the very second delivery of the innings with no runs on the board. Rayudu then joined with Patel in the middle at the fall of Sharma's wicket. After playing out the first over cautiously, the later took attack on Mitchell Johnson in the next over, striking him for 2 fours. The duo concentrated on rotating the strike as MI reached 25 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of 5 overs. Johnson was again on the receiving end as the pair struck 3 boundaries in his second over, utilizing the field restrictions in the last over of the power play. Patel and Rayudu kept the scoring rate post the power play as well, striking a 4 or a 6 in each of the next 5 overs. They were helped in this course by Kings level Punjab's fielding, with Akshar Patel putting down a sitter. The pair became even more aggressive after the 11th over, with a couple boundaries coming in each of the next 3 overs. A dropped catch by Akshar Patel proved costly as the beneficiary Rayudu struck him for a maximum and a 4 of consecutive deliveries in the 3rd over. It was then Parthiv Patel's turn to go attack as he struck 2 fours of consecutive deliveries in the next over, bowled by Mohit Sharma. Johnson's return to attack did not produce the desired results as he was again smashed for 2 boundaries by the diminutive wicketkeeper. Akshar Patel finally got the breakthrough, having Rayudu caught deep wicket with the 3rd ball of his final over, but not before the Hyderabadi batsman had struck him for 2 sixes of the first 2 deliveries. By that time, Rayudu was dismissed after scoring 65 runs of 37 deliveries. The duo had put together 137 runs for the second wicket to help Mumbai team recover from an early loss of Sharma's wicket. Patel carried on a good work before he was finally dismissed by Johnson in the 19th over. The left-hander contributed 81 runs of 58 deliveries in MI's final score of 189 for 6 in their allotted 20 overs. Despite the best efforts of Shaw Marsh, Glenn Maxwell and Miller, Kings level Punjab was restricted to a score of 164 for 7, thereby losing the match by a good healthy margin of 25 runs. And number 2, Murali Vijay and Suresh Raina, 137 runs not out. Murali Vijay and Suresh Raina are the other Indian pairs in the joint 5th position in the list of the highest partnership in IPL. The duo added an unbeaten 137 runs for the second wicket for Chennai Super Kings CSK against Kolkata Knight Riders KKR in the IPL 2010. Saurav Ganguly, the KKI captain, won the toss and elected to bat first at the Chepauk in the 3rd season of the IPL. But the decision backfired him as the Kolkata franchise was restricted to a score of 139 for 8 in their allotted 20 overs. CSK also did not get the greatest start as they lost Matthew Hayden for a duck or the third delivery of the chase. And when Vijay was then joined by Raina in the middle. When Murli Vijay was thinned on the just rotating the strike, Raina took on the aggressive role. The left-hander was particularly severe on Ashok Zinda, smashing him for 5 fours in 2 overs. Chris Gale was in spade either as Raina struck 3 boundaries of consecutive deliveries in the 5th over. At the end of the power play, CSK had reached a score of 67 for 1, with Vijay contributing only 9 of those runs. The Uttar Pradesh batsman was no mood to relevant even after the power play, with a boundary or 2 coming in almost every over. The Chennai-based team reached a score of 103 at the end of 10 overs, requiring just 37 runs of the remaining 10 overs. With the victory almost assured, it was Vijay's turn to press the accelerator. He struck a 6 and a couple of 4s in the 11th over, bowled by David Hussey. This was followed by a boundary and a 6 in the next 2 overs. Raina finished the match with a mighty 6 of the third delivery of the 14th over. He finished with an unbeaten 78 of just 39 deliveries, while Vijay contributed a more sedate 50 runs of 40 deliveries. This unbeaten 137 runs partnership helped CSK roam home to an easy victory by 9 wickets, with 39 balls to spare. The win helped Chennai's franchise climb to the 6th to the 2nd position in the IPL 2020 points tables as well. And number 3, Suresh Raina and Subramaniam Badranath, 142 runs not out. Raina was also involved in the 4th highest partnership by an Indian pair in the history of the IPL. He and Subramaniam Badranath put together an unbeaten 142 for the 3rd wicket for CSK against MI in the IPL 2010. Sachin Tendulkar, the MI skipper, won the toss and put CSK to bat at the Barbone Stadium in the 3rd season of the IPL. Badranath joined Raina in the middle after the Chennai team was reduced to 38 for 2 at the end of 5th over, with Parthy Patel and Hayden back in the hut. Raina, CSK's top run getter in the IPL, seemed unreputed by the loss of 2 wickets. He greeted Dwayne Bravo with a 6 and a 4 of the first 2 balls of the 6th over. Badranath played the sheet anchor role to perfection, maneuvering the balls for singles and doubles with an odd boundary in between. Raina was in attacking self, going for big hits now and then, with a particular liking for Bravo. Rhea McLaren and Harbhajan Singh were the only 2 bowlers to apply the brakes on scoring rate, as even Lasith Malinga, the IPL leading wicket-taker, and Zaheer Khan were taken to the cleaners. Raina finished with an unbeaten 83 of just 52 deliveries, while Badranath contributed 55 of 45 deliveries. Their unbroken 142 runs partnership helped CSK reach a score of 180 for 2 in their allotted 20 overs. Unfortunately, this partnership went in vain as the most successful team in the history of the IPL chased down the target with 5 wickets in hand over and 1 over to spare. Number 3, Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant, 143 runs. Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant occupy the 3rd spot in the list of the highest partnership by an Indian pair in the IPL. The young duo staged together a partnership of 143 for the 2nd wicket for Delhi Capitals against the Gujarat Lions in IPL 2017. Karun Nair, the DC captain, won the toss and opted to field first at Kotla in the 10th season of the IPL. The decision seemed to have backfired as the Gujarat Lions posted a mammoth total of 208 for 7 on the board. Chasing 209 runs for victory, the Delhi-based team lost a captain in the 3rd over for an individual score of 12. This brought the dynamic duo of Samson and Pant together at the crease with no option but to attack from the word go. Pant and Samson showed their intentions by striking a 6 each in the 4th over, bowled by Basil Thambi. The former struck 2 sixes and a 4 of the first 3 falls of the next over, delivered by Pradeep Sangwan. The duo continued with same momentum, striking a 6 or 2 in every over thereafter. At that end of the 10th over, the Delhi team reached a score of 113 for 1, needing another 96 runs in the second half of the innings. The left-hander contributor swung the match in the home team's favour in the next couple of hours. Pant clobbered 3 sixes and a 4 in the 11th over, bowled by James Faulkner. Not to be left behind, Samson hit Ravindra Jadeja for a couple of sixes in the following overs as well. Jadeja had his revenge in the next over, having Samson caught by Faulkner had long off after having scored 61 runs of just 31 deliveries. But by then the damage had already been done, with the DC requiring just 42 runs of remaining 40 deliveries. Pant continued to hustle before he was dismissed 3 short of 100, caught behind by Thambi. His 97 runs of just 43 deliveries and the 143 runs partnership with Samson helped the Capitals register an very easy 7-wicket win against Gujarat Lions with 15 balls to spare. The talented young duo helped the Delhi team pull off the second highest run chase in the history of IPL as well. At number 4, Robin Uthappa and Manish Pandey, 145 runs not out partnership. Manish Pandey and Robin Uthappa have today named the second highest partnership between an Indian pair in the IPL. The Karnataka duo added an unbeaten 145 runs for the third wicket for the Pune Warriors against the Delhi Capitals then in the IPL 2012. Suraj Gangle, the Pune skipper, won the toss and opted to bat first at their home ground in 5th season of the IPL. But the home team was straight away on the back foot after losing Jesse Ryder and the captain himself in the first couple of overs. The onus was then on the pair of Pandey and Uthappa to restrict the innings. The duo went about the repair job cautiously, with Uthappa the top run scorer for the franchise in the IPL, looking slightly out of touch. The Pune's outfit scored read 28 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of the power play. Although Uthappa struck a little boundaries in the 7th over, bowled by Pawan Negi, he was back in his shell soon after. The Pune Warriors had only scored 53 runs in the end of the 11th over. Pandey tried to accelerate the scoring from then on, striking a boundary, but the run rate never assumed dangerous proportions. The Pandey-Uthappa pair added 93 runs in the last 9 overs, but the Pune Warriors still ended up a below par score of 146 for 2 in their allotted 20 overs. While Pandey unbeaten at 18 runs knock of 56 deliveries, Uthappa had consumed 58 balls for his 60 runs. The Delhi Capitals easily chased down the target with 8 wickets in hand and 4 overs to spare. The partnership of 145 runs between Pandey and Uthappa thus went in vain. At number 6, Gautam Gambhir and Robin Uthappa, 158 runs. Gautam Gambhir and Uthappa hold the distinction of the highest partnership by an Indian pair in the IPL. The duo joined forces to put on a 158 run for the second wicket for KKR against the rising Pune Super Giants RPS in the IPL 2017. Gautam Gambhir, the KKR captain, won the toss and put the home team to bat in the 10th season of the IPL. Batting first, RPS posted an imposing score of 182 for the loss of 5 wickets in the allotting 20 overs. Chasing a difficult target, KKR lost Sunil Narayan in the 3rd over of the innings. This brought Gambhir and Uthappa, the two top run getters for KKR in the history of the IPL, together at the crease. The duo ensured that the required run rate was always under control, striking at least a boundary in each of the remaining power play overs. The Kolkata outfit reached a score of 45 for the loss of 1 wicket at the end of the 6 overs, requiring another 138 runs of 84 deliveries. With the asking rate reached almost 10 runs an over, the pair had no option but to go on to offensive. The next 4 overs yielded 56 runs as the ball flew all corners of the field. Uthappa was even more aggressive of the duo, smashing Washington Sundar for 2 sixes and a 4 of consecutive deliveries. He reached his half century of just 26 deliveries as KKR reached 101 at the end of 10 overs, needing 82 runs to win from the remaining 60 balls. The pair did not slacken one bit as the next 6 overs yielded 72 runs as Imran Tahir bore the brunt of their attack as he conceded 48 runs of his 24 balls. Uthappa was dismissed with the KKR needing 5 runs for victory, but he had played his part in perfection, smashing 87 runs of just 47 deliveries. His swashbuckling knock included 6 massive sixes and 7 fours. Gambhir too followed his partner to the record with the addition of just 1 more run to his score. His 62 run had come off 46 deliveries and had proved a perfection foil to more aggressive Uthappa as their their 158 runs partnership helped KKR register a easy 7-wicket victory. Thank you for watching my channel. Kindly like, subscribe and comment. And for more such notifications of the World Cricket, kindly subscribe channel and also kindly like, share and comment the video. Thank you.